Welcome to the Genetic Code. I'm your host, Jeanette Collins. This podcast is designed to take you one episode at a time on an intimate journey of your own personal transformation. Each podcast will have tools and techniques for you to practice in your daily life to create the very best version of you. Let's get started. Consciousness. In the podcast, I talk a lot about consciousness and conscious awareness. What is your consciousness? The definition says this: the state of being awake and aware of one's surroundings, the awareness or perception of something by a person, the state of understanding and realizing something, the quality or state of being aware, especially of something within oneself. Consciousness is in everything. It's in the humans, earth, animals, insects, water, trees, space, and so forth. This consciousness or awareness is multidimensional and has layers of awareness, some deep and some on the surface. For example, I am aware of being. I am alive, and they named me Jeanette so I could make a more distinct difference for myself out of all the other things in the field of consciousness. Imagine it's like this image of the stars. Billions and billions of stars. The whole of each and every star is space. Yet each star is one by itself. Collectively, it makes up space, the whole, and individually, they are beautiful stars with individual qualities of their own. We name them so we can understand in smaller pieces the whole a little better. But we are never separated from the whole. An animal is conscious to the level of its creation. By its instincts, it lives and breathes. It contributes to the whole by being. Plants have consciousness to the degree of a plant. The plants, insects, animals, trees are conscious of being the creation that they are. Humans have one distinct ability that sets us in a category of great responsibility, and that is that we are aware of our being, and we can, by thought alone, change the way we think and feel. We have a level of consciousness that allows us to make choices, good or bad, right or wrong, loving or unloving. And as we cultivate our lives by choosing, we are contributing to either more love on the planet as a whole or less love. We choose every moment in our lives how we want to think and feel. Maybe at first we think, no, this is how I feel because of the experiences that I've had in my life. And at that level of consciousness, it's true. And it also carries, at that level of consciousness, the effects of being a victim to your environment and your circumstances, which produces emotions like being stuck, helpless, trapped, and so forth. But raise your consciousness just a little, and you can do this by asking questions. And ask things like, what if I were a creator in my life? What if I could choose how I wanted to think and feel regardless of the outer circumstances? Well, this is a greater level of awareness or consciousness. The gift we have as the divine human being is that we are consciousness in form, complete with all the abilities to create and learn. We learn from our creations, to repeat something or to change it up, to get different results. We have the conscious ability to look at what we're thinking, to tune into what we're feeling, to examine our environment, our experiences, our choices and decisions. Then to use our consciousness and choose a greater way of being, and to watch and experience the results of what we consciously or unconsciously are choosing. When we experience unpleasant results or witness the results of our ancestors, parents, or others that brought about undesirable experiences, then we begin to realize the true gift in our divine ability to choose. We observe, become aware of how we feel and think, make greater choices, and like a scientist, we watch the results to see if we want to repeat what we're doing or being to greater levels. First, we notice and become aware of how we feel when we choose to behave in certain ways, and then we become aware that when we think certain thoughts, we start to feel emotions to validate those thoughts, and then we'll act on how we feel. This will produce effects in your daily lives. Consciousness holds everything that could ever be and ever was. It appears as nothing to the observer or the void, empty space. But as you begin to practice being silent or meditating, or just having silent contemplation about the true nature of consciousness, you will begin to experiencing things that you didn't know were even possible or even available to you. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Up until I started to sit in silence and meditate years ago, I could not have conceived of the idea of being able to be in my house physically, and by closing my eyes and tuning into the thought or energy of my son, who was physically quite a long distance from me, I could have a very real experience of sitting next to him and offering him comfort in his very lonely moments that I knew he was having. I could touch his hair, and I laid my hand on his heart. I could feel his anxiety, and I offered up peace, love, and the all-around feeling of all is well, my dear, all is well. I took notice of some items in the room where I was at with him because I wanted my evidence that my consciousness was not local in time and space within my body, but truly connected to everything, including my son. Was I really in everything and everything in me? If so, I should be able, in ways that I am unsure of how, to be able to truly be next to him and offer my love and comfort without booking a flight, moving over hours through time to connect to him. I had the experience, and with conversations later with him, he was able to validate for me that I could describe the room he was in very well. I now had the evidence through my experience that I can experience as much as I can become conscious or aware of. So what great and loving experiences are waiting to be had by us? There is a great unknown field of energy or consciousness that we are all a part of, and it's our beliefs in ourselves and possibilities that will either hold you back or allow you great expansions of knowledge, wisdom, love, and experiences to deepen your awareness. The beliefs we carry that we are limited or small or unable to make great changes or fearful that we are powerless are there because we fuel that belief with our thoughts that match it to keep it alive within us so that we can continue to experience the fears, the small limited selves. That is one experience that you can have for sure. But the beauty of it is we can ask questions within us to test the belief to see if it's real and unchangeable. And as you do this, your awareness will expand, and you're now conscious of a greater, more expanded possibility. For instance, if you never in your whole life had ever heard or seen chocolate milk, you would never ask for it even though it exists. It wasn't in your realm of awareness or consciousness because you didn't know to ask, is there more than just regular milk? The statement, ask and you shall receive, is a real principle of universal value. Asking questions within yourself about your own beliefs and perceived limitations will cause your consciousness to expand to find the answers in the great everything. Then, as you persist with wanting to know, your once strong beliefs will begin to shift and to transform, to create a more expanded, more deepened awareness of something within you, something more, something greater than the one small belief you were holding on to out of habit. It's like being in a boat and sailing down a stream that you're very familiar with and getting to a fork in the stream that you're familiar with. And this time, instead of taking the stream on the left, you make a decision. You want to try something new. You've always taken the stream on the left. Your parents took the stream on your left. Your friends took it. Everything you've ever known, you've always taken the stream on the left. Now you're being gifted an opportunity to practice your divine gift of choice. You choose to go down the stream on the right. And because it's unfamiliar, it feels a bit unsure to you, and you can't predict where it will lead you and how exciting that is. Then all of a sudden you enter into the vast ocean, and you see a whale for the first time ever. Your old beliefs that there are only fish, and those fish never get any bigger than 12 inches, because that's been your experience, has been expanded into a new knowing through your willingness to experience the unknown. That's the same as breaking the belief that you are not smart enough or abundant because you've only ever experienced its limitations through your repetition of the same story passed on for generations. When you question a new path, a new possibility, you open your awareness to expand your consciousness out to the vast ocean of everything. And just like anything we believe, it first starts small, and we wonder, We try it again, get the same results, and through repetition, we build the belief stronger and stronger until we know it from experience. But remember, no matter what the belief is that you have come to know through experience, it has no boundaries. If you ask, is there more? Is there a greater way to live and be? It will expand within you and give you opportunities to strike out on a new adventure, to expand your awareness and your consciousness. Once you experience greater ways of living and being, you won't go back. The other levels of being are always there, like stepping stones on a great staircase. If you stay on one step, you will have the length of experience that that step offers. But as you move forward to higher dimensions and more love, you expand your innate abilities into deeper, more masterful experiences, with wisdom to hold more, and more love and compassion and understanding that each of us are doing the best in our beliefs that we are currently have. And as we choose and desire more, we will shed our old selves like snakeskin and allow ourselves to become more evolved, more connected to our source, more of all the love that started this life journey for us all. The need to know will diminish as you allow yourself to experience the unknown and all of the beauty that awaits you. You have just been unconscious to its existence, but it's all there waiting to be experienced by you when you're ready to rise out of the known to the unknown, to experience chocolate milk. And when you do, you'll naturally ask, are there other flavors that I haven't even tried? And by its nature, the universe will say yes. And you will have ever-expanding experiences to grow your knowing, to become a greater you, and to mirror this great possibility to all the others watching you live your incredible life. Consciousness, what a gift we have as a human family, to have the divine ability to change, and to change on purpose, to change our thoughts from a low vibration like hate and separation to a higher vibration of love and unity. What a gift to become conscious of how we feel and to elevate our inner emotions, to extend love when others are judging or when we are judging or condemning. What a gift life is. What a beautiful moment we are all sharing to create a heaven on earth. I will invite you to become more aware of what your conscious beliefs are. Do you need to upgrade to a better, more elevated way to think and feel? Are your beliefs limiting you? Do you crave to experience more? Spend time in silent contemplation, asking questions, not so your mind can answer, but to pose a question to the great everything that you are a part of, to expand what you can become with more consciousness, to maybe taste chocolate milk for the first time and know there's more. Have fun exploring your consciousness. Don't be afraid of what changes may occur. The quest to be more in the great everything, that is, will bring you unlimited possibilities, and also a deeper feeling of the truth that we are all one, connected infinitely through love. Thank you for joining me on this podcast. Please share this with others and tune in next week for another chance to learn, grow, and become a part of the greatest journey on earth, the journey to transform yourself, to empower yourself, and to extend that love to the world. You are worth it.